Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Take a look at this headline. It's from CoinDesk today. MasterCard R3 to develop blockchain cross-border payments platform. But wait a minute, isn't that what Ripple's doing? Not exactly. I'll get into some of the specifics, or at least what we know to be true to this point. Again, this is a brand new announcement today. Every time one of these articles comes out, oh my god, is this the Ripple killer? No, it's not the Ripple killer, damn it. But I will cover with you what I know. And then I got a piece from AMB Crypto. And this is titled, Swift Prepares Its International End-to-End Payments Project for European Nations. Going to touch on that. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is Nasdaq bullish on crypto and blockchain as stock giant adds decentralized finance index. Now, before we get rolling here, if you would please delicately tap that like button, but do not get all smashy with it. A gentlemanly or ladylike, just tap-roo. It'll be perfectly sufficient. It will register just as efficiently as if you were to smash it, but substantially less douchey. And then you also, if you tap it instead of smashing it, you're far less likely to damage your mouse. So there are a number of benefits associated with not going the douchey route. But, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. I appreciate the support. And so this first piece I got from @XRP Crypto Wolf. Thank you very much, sir, for sending this my way. And it is the CoinDesk piece that I mentioned. And entitled, MasterCard R3 to develop blockchain cross-border payments platform. Payments giant MasterCard is to develop a blockchain-powered cross-border payments platform in partnership with enterprise-focused blockchain firm R3. In an announcement on Wednesday, MasterCard said the two firms have inked a deal to develop and pilot the payment solution. It will initially be aimed at connecting faster payment schemes and banks backed by MasterCard's clearing and settlement network. Okay, so they're talking about payments here, and then in part of that sentence they said settlement network. That's a traditional settlement network, though. That's not utilizing a cryptocurrency. Anyway, let me continue. The platform will be built on Corda Enterprise, the commercial version of the platform, as opposed to the open source Corda network, R3 told CoinDesk. The partnership is planned to merge R3's expertise at developing blockchain solutions with MasterCard's existing payment systems and network. Ultimately, the firms hope the new platform will help tackle industry issues such as costly payments processing, liquidity management, and a paucity of standardization and connectivity between banks and domestic clearing systems. R3 CEO David E. Rutter said, quote, all institutions, large or small, rely on the ability to send and receive payments, but all too often the technology they rely upon is cumbersome and expensive. Cross-border payments can be a particular pain point. Corda was designed specifically for enterprise use cases such as this, and we look forward to supporting MasterCard in bringing blockchain-enabled payments businesses across the globe. Citing its July acquisition of international payments firm Transfast as a boost to its network, MasterCard said the deal to utilize Corda Enterprise will further expand its capabilities in the payments arena. The news of the partnership also comes just days after MasterCard joined the Marco Polo trade finance blockchain network founded by R3 and Trade9. I think that's what it is, Trade-IX. 9, right? Isn't that what that means? I don't know. I hadn't heard of them before this article. Anyway, Peter Klein, Executive Vice President of New Payment Platforms at MasterCard, said in the announcement, quote, developing a new and better cross-border business-to-business payment solution by providing worldwide connectivity in the account-to-account space is central to MasterCard's ambition. Our goal is to deliver global payment infrastructure choice and connectivity as demonstrated through our recent strategic acquisitions and partnerships, including our relationship with R3. Okay, so there you go. So the pretty much all they're talking about here is a payments network which is used somehow in conjunction with Corda Enterprise, which again is not the same as the Corda network. This is the enterprise version of that. And if you're wondering, does this have something to do with settlement, the way that XRP is to be positioned by Ripple as a means of, well, of course, a pool of liquidity the world over from various spots, and also as a bridge currency? No, that's not what this is. And consider this also. R3 has a rather vested interest in the long-term success of XRP. I don't know how much they hold. I don't think that number is public because they're not transparent in the same way that Ripple is, I would say. But consider that the only way, as far as we're talking about settlement of cross-border payments, the only solution humans have devised, the only one for the fractured banking system that gets around the correspondent banking system, which is a chain of bilateral banking arrangements and relationships, the only way around that is to use a trustless system, a cryptocurrency specifically, that utilizes decentralized ledger technology. That is the only solution that humans have come up with. There's nothing spoken about to that effect in this piece whatsoever. So it's not the same thing. If they can get traction, and they have a business plan that leads them to believe that they can get some sort of traction through this partnership, and it's for payments, which is, again, not settlement. Well, they do cite settlement in this, but it's, again, through a traditional means. So if they can do that, well, it's fine, super duper. And if somehow R3 could magically bring XRP into the fold, super duper. But that would be purely speculative. There's nothing about that in this particular piece. So that's all we know about it to this point. To me, there's no reason to believe that this is remotely negative whatsoever. It just seems unrelated to the business plan that Ripple has, especially as it pertains to XRP. So there you go. Perfectly fine. But especially since R3 is in this, and as you well know, I'm sure, they developed the Core to Settler, which can utilize XRP for settlement. It's always worth covering R3 news in my mind. Now check out this next piece. This is on Swift. This is from A&B Crypto. Swift prepares its international end-to-end payments project for European nations. With crypto adoption surging across the globe, Swift is gearing up to launch its flagship project of offering international payments for European customers. According to reports, the organization is working on proof of concept to achieve the desired goal. With Europe making great progress in the sphere of digital asset projects, Swift is planning to launch its latest offering there after it achieved a sub 1 minute payment time between Singapore and Australia. Swift was in the news recently after Swift gave its opinion on cryptocurrencies. And I covered this yesterday, but here's the quote. It's so stupid. This is from Swift. They go down in value like a yo-yo. They're useless and unstable. And even if crypto companies do make it stable, it's still a basket of currencies. And this is just one of those things that makes you want to kind of like rip your hair out. So cryptocurrency companies, they control the price of cryptocurrencies. Do they? And they can make it stable or unstable? Really, is that how free markets work when it comes to buying and selling of digital assets on exchanges? No, that's stupid. Makes no damn sense. Go home, idiots. And also, as far as this, the fast payment transfers with Swift, just to be clear, in case you hadn't heard me say it in the past, this has to do with payment rails that don't have a lot of friction, and it doesn't have to do with settlement. We're talking about payments. And look, you can't, these sub 1 minute times they're talking about, that will not work with every potential payment rail within what Swift offers, period. No chance in hell. Absolutely no chance. And even if they're able to speed up payments, which seems they are, at least on, I don't know if they can do it for every single rail, but hey, they're increasing, super duper good for them. Yay, thumbs up, I guess. They have no solution for settlement. Just like I was saying a moment ago when I was covering that other piece, the only solution humans have devised to fix the broken Swift system as it pertains to settlement is to use cryptocurrency, because it takes trust out of the equation. The problem associated with moving value absolutely has everything in the world to do with trust. There's no other way to do this, period. Unless you're talking about replacing this. If you were talking about, and this maybe decades down the road or something like that, if humans, like, let's say that all fiat currencies rather in the entire world, just to say they're forsaken, people are like, oh my god, well that was a failed experiment for thousands of years. Let's never use government issued currency ever again. Okay, in this hypothetical Candyland life, which doesn't exist, and never will to that degree. Even if it got traction, though, if that actually happened, and then humans were actually using, say, maybe we're just one cryptocurrency to move value around the world, well, okay, fine. If everybody were magically using the same one, super duper, you can move that value in a decentralized fashion, assuming you're talking about a decentralized blockchain. Cool. That's not reality. That's not the world we live in. That's not what's going to happen. I mean, and I'm not saying that cryptocurrency will never fulfill the use case as being used as money. I'm not saying that won't ever happen, but if it does, we're probably really, really far off from that. And it doesn't mean that fiat currencies are going away, because different people in the world will want different things, and that's just the reality of life. Okay, it's not going to be a one-size-fits-all, and sorry, Bitcoin's maxis, but you're wrong. It's not going to be Bitcoin or any one single coin that will just take over the world and be the king. That's just not happening. Anyway, the piece continues here. Swift claims to recognize the loophole of opening hours and transaction speeds for successful completion of payments between the customer and business in the real-time scenario. In fact, if a user wanted to send a payment from Australia to China post-noon, there was a 12-hour delay due to differences in opening hours. Swift plans to bridge the gap between the international and domestic space. Moreover, Swift plans to expand its operations in the European market through an end-to-end payments process. At a breakfast briefing in London, Swift touched upon Libra as well, claiming that the digital asset can only succeed if the contract is made within Libra. Otherwise, these digital assets will not affect the existing traditional payment system. Reactions to Swift's statements were diverse, with the majority of the cryptoverse claiming that this reaction was expected from Swift as it's increasingly growing dependent on blockchain technologies. Others highlighted that if cryptocurrencies became a prime focus with mainstream adoption, Swift will go out of work. So there you go. That's what that piece has to say. All right, last piece here for this video from A&B Crypto. Nasdaq bullish on crypto and blockchain as stock giant adds decentralized finance index. The second largest stock exchange in the world is emerging as one of the decentralized currency industry's biggest supporters. Nasdaq, the New York-based stock exchange, is set to add a new index dedicated to projects that surround the blockchain and decentralized finance ecosystem. This is the latest sign of the exchange turning bullish on cryptocurrency and blockchain in 2019, after including Bitcoin and Ether indexes earlier this year. According to the press release, Xante, I don't know if I'm saying that right, a London-based brokerage company, launched the aforementioned index that tracks the performance of blockchain projects, many of which have firm standing in the cryptocurrency space. The report stated that the index, denominated by the ticker on Nasdaq as DEFX, or Decentralized Finance Index, includes projects like Ox, Augur, Amovio, and MakerDAO. Xante is familiar with the decentralized finance industry, having been an early mover in the cryptocurrency investment world. Back in 2012, when Bitcoin was trading at just over $100, Xante launched a Bitcoin fund which has since been hailed by Bloomberg as the most profitable hedge fund in history. Since starting out, the fund has amassed a total return on investment of over 70,000%. And can I just say, that comes down to right place, right time. I mean, good on them. Good on them. If I can believe the percent return, I can. I mean, it's crypto we're talking about here. Good on them for that. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I love the support. You guys are awesome. I'm not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!